Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for staying subscribed and giving me 23 views on my last video, because that is partially what I needed. It's getting me to where I want to be, so I'm grateful for that. But for real, I am so sorry for not posting anything in a while, for more than a week, because that's not a good thing, really. It really isn't. But like, I'm forgetful and lazy, and I keep saying, oh, you can do a video on that next day, and then the next day, and the next day, and the very next day, and then a month later, and then I post a video, and it's like, where'd all my subscribers go? Oh, they all left, because they thought I just vanished out of existence. So, the point is, I'm sorry for that, so thank you for staying subscribed. Thank you so much. Anyway, today I figured I'd get into something a little more deep, not necessarily sad, but deep. As in the depths of a human brain, of our instincts, of how we work, of how we see things. And basically my point of view and explanation on that, I don't know, something I made up along my lifeline. So, let's get to it. The first part of this topic is why people judge other people by their looks. Now, I know this is a sensitive issue. Please don't go attacking me in the comments saying that I'm just making fun of everyone. Because I'm not. This is my explanation on most human brains and how they work. Please don't attack me and say that I'm assuming stuff, okay? Okay? Please don't. Okay, anyways. Okay, so the way I see it, why we all judge other people by other people's looks, like random people we see on the street, is because we don't know them, first of all, so we have nothing to go by. Plus, even if we had a friend or a good friend or something, and we just randomly met a stranger, we know nothing about them, so we can't compare them to anyone unless you somehow become best friends in 3 seconds flat, because that's how life works. So, plus, like, in the human instinct brain from years and years and years and years ago, let's say the beginning of all life, we've all had a certain point in our brain where we know what's fit, or the right body to survive a certain environment, or the right physique, I guess, to survive in the wild, because back then you had no cities or cars or roads or lamps or lighting or YouTube or any of this. So in our humanly minds from centuries, generations ago, I don't know what you want to call it, millennia ago, in our heads, we have that certain point where we have a specific brain and where our bodies need to be to survive. But now we manipulate that and make it a way to, like, that's how our bodies are supposed to be now. They're supposed to be fit for people to like you. They're supposed to be fit to be a liked person. But however, since it is now the 21st century, now we don't need to be like that. So our minds are still stuck on that image, even though we don't need to be that anymore, because we have all we need to survive. So that's one part of this thing I've been thinking about for a while. Still making that up in my head. I don't know. Genetics, man. My next topic is jealousy, and I mean jealousy in general. Whether you're jealous of a person, an animal, a hairstyle, a model, or whatever. I don't know what you're jealous of. I don't know. I just mean jealousy in general. Why I believe this now is because just centuries ago, you had to have a certain status or a certain thing to keep you in the high-ranked area, or to keep you in the general area of respect and likeness and such as. So if we're not the best at something, or someone's better at something than we are, then in our heads we think that that's a form of threatenation to our way of getting the rank we want, or to getting the status we want. That's another thing. So that's what I think. Now this part I just mean in general. I think most of the things we think or do come from genes or genetics, that, or maybe even just passed down things from our family that just happen. Like let me try again, I'm so sorry. Why most people do what we do is because it's passed down from genes and ideas that have been manipulated and changed over years, millennia, through time. But now that it's now, we don't necessarily need the things we have, like jealousy. We don't need to be jealous. We're all different people. We're all different people. I don't know. And we don't need to have the physique everyone thinks we need, because now it's not used for survival unless you're in the Olympics. It is now used as a way to something pretty to look at, or so the general mind thinks. But that's just not the case anymore, guys. We shouldn't use it as a way to think someone's pretty or not. We can be a little bit bigger than someone else. We can be a little bit curvier, maybe rounder in some places. Like, we don't need abs or muscles necessarily. We just need to be healthy people now to survive. We don't need the right kind of body to survive anymore. We don't need that anymore. But we can't just let that go, because it's something people's brains have been holding on to since the beginning of time itself, or the beginning of people. So, yeah. Also, our ego falls in a really great category with this, because everyone has an ego. Everyone has an ego. It doesn't matter if you're the most easygoing person in the world or not. Everyone has an ego. So, therefore, if we're not like this person, or we're not as good as this person, again, this falls under jealousy, but anyway, if we're not better than this person, or we can't, or someone says something horrible about us, or even if it's just a joke, we can't take that into a funny way, because, or even if we laugh it off at first and then we later on cry about it, or whatever, we can't take that because we have egos. We all have egos, unfortunately. It sucks to have an ego. It really does. So that's my explanation of the human brain, or whatever you want to call this video. I don't know. I'm just going to put something down below and make it a video. Call it that. Anyway, that's all for today. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you can follow me on Snapchat at Miss Averageness, Instagram at Miss Averageness, Musically at Miss Averageness, and if some of you guys have Smule Sing, at Miss Averageness. Actually, Miss Averageness has an underscore. The rest have like dots and stuff. You get the idea. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, okay.
Psych. Okay, now see you.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Oh, okay.